Get Heavy Podcast, hosted by Craig Casamas and John Scheimer.
Say, you can test too much. You do know that.
Who says that?
Just read the manuals. Read the books.
Manuals?
Read the
What
books.
manuals?
Read the books.
What books?
What testing does?
No, I'm
is
sorry.
It shows, wait a minute.
Who
John.
said-
Let me explain. What testing does? It shows cases. It shows where there may be cases.
I've covered you for a long time. I've gone to your rallies. I've talked to your people. They love you. They listen to you. They listen to every word you say. They hang on your every word. They don't listen to me or the media or Fauci. They think we're fake news. They want to get their advice from you. And so when they hear you say everything's under control, don't worry about wearing masks, I mean, these are people, many of them are older people,
What's
Mr.
your
President.
definition of control? Yeah. Under the
It's giving them a false
circumstances
sense of
right
security.
now, I think it's under control. I'll tell you what.
How? 1,000 Americans are dying a day.
They are dying. That's true. And it is what it is. But that doesn't mean we aren't doing everything we can. When I took over...
All right. It is. First of all, I'd like to point out that is Scheimer's favorite fucking saying. It is what it is.
Yeah. It is what it is. But 1,000 people a day dying is not. It is what it is.
No.
Let's hear it. I want to fucking. I'm gonna look something up on my end. Real quick.
Oh my god,
Yes.
dude. You know what I mean?
But, 1,000. Like no.
All right, let's hear it.
We didn't even have a test. Now, in all fairness,
Why would you have a
there
test?
was no test
The virus
for
didn't
this.
exist. How would you have a test?
I was going to say.
Okay. Death is
We didn't even have a test to a disease
In
that did not
2016,
exist.
dude, why wasn't there an AIDS vaccine? Why wasn't there an AIDS test in the 60s?
Obviously.
When free love was fucking happening. Why didn't anybody see AIDS coming?
He acts like he actually invented the test. You know what I mean? And that's what's fucking
Oh yeah,
crazy
he
to me,
fucking
you know?
invented the test.
That's so
He
crazy, dude.
invented the fucking test. Let's see.
All right.
going up now.
Okay,
And it's 1,000 a day.
If you look at death...
Yeah, it's going
let's
up
look.
again.
Let's look.
Daily death.
Take a look at some of these charts.
I'd love to.
We're going to look.
Let's look.
And if you look at death...
Yeah. It's started to go up
here's
again.
one.
Dude, that's like a child chart.
United States
It's
is
literally a
lowest
giant color.
in numerous categories. We're lower than the world.
Lower than
We're
the
lower
world?
than
What is that?
Europe.
In what?
Look.
In what?
Take a look. Right here. Here's cases.
Oh my god.
Oh, you're doing death as a proportion of cases. I'm talking about death as a proportion of population.
So he's doing, here's what happens. They fucking create these graphs and charts for him as arguing points, as basically death as proportion of like cases, right? So when you go from cases overall to deaths in America, it's not nearly as bad as some places in the world where it is terrible, right? But
Right.
obviously 99% of everyone else and I hope I'm not fucking this up, but they go a portion based on the population. So he's basically saying that in all the world, our death cases are lower than everyone else. And you're like, you basically have a graph that absolutely suits your need. And the left might do that too a little bit, you know
Dude,
what I mean? But holy
there-
shit, dude.
I saw that his graph had like 8 countries missing.
Oh, I'm sure, dude.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't
It
they?
was
Yeah.
only like
Look at
it's
his
like,
face. Look at his face.
I mean, look at his fucking little chart thing. It's like look how fat those fucking colors are. Look how fat those colors are. That's like a fucking
really bad.
magnitude 44.
Much worse than South Korea, Germany,
You
etc.
can't do that. You have
Why
to go,
can't I do that?
You have to go by where. Look, here is the United States. You have to go by the cases. The cases.
Why not as a proportion of
when we have
population?
somebody, what it says is when you have somebody that
Yeah.
has it, where there's a case.
Oh, okay.
The people that live
Sure.
from
Oh.
those cases.
It's surely a relevant statistic to say if the US has X population and X percentage of death of that population
No,
versus
because you
South
have to
Korea.
go by the cases.
Well, look at South Korea, for example. 51 million population, 300 deaths. It's like, it's crazy.
You don't
compared to-
know that.
I do. It's
You
on the.
don't know
it's-
that.
You think they're faking their statistics?
51 million people in South Korea and 300 deaths. We're at 150,000 fucking deaths in this country, and our population is 350,000.
So we're 6 times the size of South Korea.
Right.
So that would mean that we should have 1,800 deaths.
Essentially, if we did the proper protocols.
If we did what South Korea did.
Right. Yeah, it's just, I mean, and obviously this could be bro math. We could be wrong, but
no, that's not bro math.
It's pretty, no, I know your portion is, but like I said, it's just,
Yeah.
I don't. It's insane to me. It's fucking insane to me. You know what I mean?
Statistics, South Korea,
I
an
won't get
advanced
into
country.
that because I have a very good relationship with the country, but you don't know that.
1,000 Americans are dying a day,
Now
but I
he's saying
understand.
South
I
Korea's
understand on
lying about this
cases
stuff.
it's different.
No, but you're not reporting it correctly, Jonathan.
I think I am, but it's been widely reported that the US has intelligence.
Hold on. That face that he makes is the exact same face that Jim in The Office makes when Michael Scott says something out of fucking control. You know what I mean? And so he's all, that's what made me start thinking, like, dude, is this fucking staged? You know what I mean? But no, it's not. And I don't know. You want to go through the rest of this or no?
Yeah, why not? We're already here.
Indicating that Russia paid bounties or offered to pay bounties to Taliban fighters to kill American soldiers. You had a phone call with Vladimir Putin on July 23rd. Did you bring up this issue?
No, that was a phone call to discuss other things.
And you've never discussed it with him?
I have never discussed it with him, no. I would. I'd have no problem with it.
But you don't believe the intelligence? It's because you don't believe the intelligence, that's why.
It never reached my desk. You know why? Because they didn't think it was intelligence. They didn't think it was real.
It was in
They
your
didn't
written
think-
brief, though, apparently.
They didn't think it was worthy of. I wouldn't mind if it reached my desk. I would have done something about it. It never reached my desk because
Do you read your written brief?
I do. I
you?
read a lot.
Really?
I read a lot. They like to say I don't read. I read a lot.
Your daily
I copy
intelligence?
extraordinarily well. Probably better than anybody that you've interviewed in a long time.
Extraordinarily.
How crazy is that? Like, think about that.
Insane, dude.
Think about, like, oh my God. Oh my God. Like, just
I don't
hearing it
know.
like that, because like I said, I watched this whole thing last night, and you're watching it as a whole,
Yeah.
and it's like, there's so
And
much.
I would like to
out-
say, this is cut up, you know what I mean?
Probably
but it's not
better
out
than-
of context, you know what I mean?
No, I know.
Like, it's not out of,
Yeah.
every one of these things happened in the context that they were talking about at the subject. It's not jumping around. But it's cutting out
Probably
a lot
better
of the fat,
than
dude.
anybody that you've interviewed in a long time. Like,
Right.
I literally, like, I mean, I've dealt with press and stuff like this, and I could not imagine my people being like, I'm probably better than anybody that you've interviewed in a long time.
Imagine going for a job interview.
I
Imagine
would
going
quit
for a
the job-
fucking job interview, and he goes, how do you think you did in the interview? Like, I've obviously done a better interview here today than probably anyone you have ever fucking interviewed in your entire life. I nailed it. You know,
I mean,
and
the
you're
thing
like,
is,
you'd be like,
it's like
you're definitely not hired. You're not hired at all.
when someone is so insane, it's just fucking like, and they fucking just keep repeating themselves of like, it just drives people crazy. It's
It's nuts.
driving everyone crazy.
I did more for the black community than anybody, with the possible exception of Abraham Lincoln, whether you like it or not. People say, "Oh, that's
You really,
interesting."
you believe you did more than Lyndon Johnson, who passed the Civil
I
Rights
think I
Act?
did, yeah.
How?
Because I
How
got criminal
possibly did you
justice
do?
reform done. I got prison reform.
Lyndon Johnson.
I've done things. Well,
He passed the Civil Rights
ask,
Act.
how has it worked out? If you take a look at what Lyndon Johnson did,
You think the Civil Rights Act
how
was
has
a
it worked
mistake?
out? Because frankly, it took a long time. But for African Americans,
But you think
under
that was a
my
mistake?
administration, Jonathan, under my administration, African Americans were doing better than they had ever done in the history of this country.
How do you think history will remember John Lewis?
Oh my God, I can't anymore. The John Lewis thing is pretty fucking mind blowing as well. But
Just play
That-
it. Just play it.
are you sure?
Play it.
I can't.
Just play it.
I don't know. I really don't know. I don't know. I don't know John Lewis. He chose not to come to my inauguration. He chose. I never met John Lewis. Actually, I don't believe.
Do you find him impressive?
Okay, yeah, it's so I don't know John Lewis. He didn't come to my inauguration. It's like the equivalent of being like, he didn't fucking show up to my birthday party, dude. So like, fuck this guy, dude. Like he's dead to me now. You know, it's like, oh my God, dude.
Dude, what a fucking kook, man.
I just can't. I mean, like I said, I was interested to see what was going to happen, and every single I want to, after watching that, I wanted to fucking Jeffrey Epstein myself. You know what I mean?
Yeah. What,
I was ready. I was ready to
get murdered. You're
yeah, ready to
get murdered. Or
ready
kill
to get
yourself?
murdered. Yeah, kill
Well,
myself.
you said you're gonna kill yourself. So fucking.
Mhm.
What do you believe, Craig?
Oh, hot take. It was a joke.
Hey.
He killed himself.